celebrated as some NPLW Victoria action. It's round 5. As we get set to continue round 5. There's Bubs going. I'll start. Oh no, wait for Bubs. Wait for Bubs. It's Female Football Week, celebrating the contributions of women and girls to the Australian football ecosystem. And what better way to mark the occasion than some NPLW Victoria action. It's round 5 of the season, and we're here at Lakeside to bring you a clash between two sides. Well, one of them probably quite happy with their trajectory after the first month of the season, and the other would probably like to have a do-over. It's South Melbourne coming up against Box Hill this afternoon. My name is Joey Lynch. I'd like to thank you for joining me on the NPL Victoria YouTube page or the NPLW Victoria Facebook page. Take you through the starting lineups before we get underway here for South Melbourne. In goal, number 1, Melissa Barbieri. And then in front of her, number 2, Sophie Papatsianis. Number 3, Alex Cheel. Number 4, Joanna Lawson. Number 5, Amy Medwin. Number 8, Sophia Sakalis, making her second start of the season. Number 9, Lucy Johnson, the captain. Number 10, Natalie Martineau. Number 11, Kat Goff. Number 14, a new signing, having crossed over from FC Bulleen Lions during the week. 14, Rayona Amaya. And 17, Chiara Chronopoulos. For the visitors, we've got number 4, Olivia Ellis. Number 7, Anna Josewski. Number 11, Erin Keat. Number 12, Madison Van Doren. Number 13, Rachel Jarvis. Number 14, Paige Pinson. Number 16, Irene Paraki. Number 17, Laura Pickett. Number 21, Georgia Candilas. Number 22, in goal, Erin Hudson. Number 23, Joanna Zikas. So Josewski and Candilas leading the goals for Box Hill with 2 apiece. Well, it's Lucy Johnson leading the line for South Melbourne. She's got 5 on the season. In front of Kat Goff with a hat-trick and Melina Ayres with a hat-trick. Melina Ayres is in the stands today. She's not injured. She was at a Matilda's Talent ID camp during the week. Flew back from Sydney yesterday. Got out of the bubble. Football Australia had those players in, but unable to get into the action today after scoring a second-half hat-trick in South Melbourne's win last week. Candela Ferreira-Bass is another absentee from the South lineup. She is still a couple of weeks away with injury. But we should hopefully be getting set to go here in what is a intriguing battle between South Melbourne, Hellas, and Box Hill, Pythagoras, 2 incredibly successful sides over the history of women's football in this state. And when I say incredibly, I mean it. So many championships shared between the two as we get underway now. Hudson getting an early touch, and then she's just going to boot the ball long and forward, but it's going to get picked out by Medwin. However, Box Hill can come away with it, and they're going to look to break down this left flank. Paraki playing it back into the middle. It's booted away, but early attack here, moving the ball from their goalkeeper to the forward line for Box Hill. Van Doren, ball in her hands. Puts it into a dangerous area, picked out. Played back in now. Martineau eventually comes away with it, looking for Goff. Goff battling away and eventually comes with it. Can she use that speed to break up the left? Well, she's booted the ball in front of her, so she's going to give it a red-hot go, but on this occasion, unable to. Box Hill able to come away with it. Josefsky with getting an early touch there, but it's going to roll out of bounds for a South Melbourne throw-in. Yes, last week, South Melbourne bouncing back from their first loss of the season a fortnight ago, a 5-1 loss to FV Emerging, bouncing back with a 5-1 win over Bayside. As we see Lawson trying to get something going, eventually winning a free kick. Meanwhile, Box Hill last week also suffering a loss to SV Emerging. That one, the 6-2 variety. SV Emerging, of course, the only remaining undefeated side in the Victorian top flight. This drop ball gets going again. Shield. Playing it forward, looking for Johnson, but it scoots through and Martin collects. Lawson. Scoots around Van Doren. Lawson looking for players in the middle. Plays it in herself. Johnson can't turn it in at the near post. Early danger signs, however, for Box Hill. But can they break now in transition? Something to chase for Paraki down the left flank, but she's not going to get there in time. And Papatsianis instead will get the throw in. Across to Cheel. First touch for Barbieri, Melissa Barbieri, the Hall of Famer. Barbieri will splay it out to Lawson on the right flank. She'll just be forced to head it back into the middle, looking for Johnson, but it's stolen away there well by Box Hill, by Ellis, who does manage to keep it in and force South Melbourne to keep defending. Paraki continuing the defensive hustle, and she'll win the ball back and give it back to Ellis, and then Ellis is going to whip a speculative ball in, but to nobody in particular. And Barbieri can collect. Amaya, one of her first touches in a Hellas shirt. Amaya originally signed with Bulleen for the 2020 season, but for obvious reasons didn't get a chance to play that campaign due to the coronavirus pandemic. Paraki now, battling once again with Cheel. Cheel comes away with it, and knowing it last came off, Paraki shepherds it over for a throw-in. And yet, Amaya started a few games with Bulleen this season, but due to visa requirements, Bulleen had to make a decision between her, Kayla Morrison, and goalkeeper Gabby Garton. And when you're going up against two members of the PFA's W League team of the season, unfortunately for Amaya, she finds herself on the wrong end of that one. As Goff gives Martin New something to chase, Pinson. Discretion the better part of valor, and puts it out for a throw-in. So South Melbourne entering this contest third on the ladder. 3 wins and 1 loss. 9 points on the season. Goal difference of 6, however, sees them sit below Calder on the table. Box Hill enter today in 7th place in the 8-team competition. 1-1. That was back in round 1. 4-2 win over bottom-placed Bayside. Come from behind win. Goal difference of -13. So we'll be looking to win today. And if they can, win by a few goals to start getting that towards positive digits once again. But for now, they're going to defend. Keat comes away with the ball and then plays it forward for Josefsky. She can't get there in South. Well done in the end by Cheel, and she'll bring it out and play it to Papatsianis. Back to Cheel. Was intended for Lawson, but it's picked out by Box Hill. Josefsky can't control it. South get a chance to reload and come again. But again, Box Hill picking it out. So this press that they're getting up, getting close to them, their opposite number. Playing well for Box Hill, but this time South sneak through. Lawson. Out of bounds by Van Doren. One of the game in action today in the NPLW Victoria, Heidelberg United versus Bayside. We'll bring you live updates from that one throughout the day. And then tomorrow we've got FV Emerging versus Alamein FC down in Knox. And then on Monday night, huge encounter between Bulleen and Calder. Bulleen looking like a much different beast now that they've got their W League stars back. But that ball's played into the area. Goff will play it back for Sakalis. Comes out. Kandal, she slips over. Allows South to collect. Paraki picks it out. Amaya gets in and steals it to Martineau. Back to Amaya. Medwin has Goff on the left. Medwin trying to dance into the area, can't. Sakalis gets a chance. She plays it back. Martineau back out to Goff. South just can't get a ball into the penalty area. Goff eventually does. Looking for Johnson. It's picked out. Box Hill just boot. And they'll come away with it here now. And they've got players advancing forward quickly. Do Box Hill. That's played over the top. To nobody in particular. Josefsky's quick, but she's not that quick. And Barbieri will collect. Chronopoulos battling over there on the left. Eventually it comes out to Martineau, but she'll be dispossessed. And a bit of head tennis breaks out, but now it's come out again. Keat, she can't win the ball, however. Booted forward, intended for Lawson, but she's going to have to chase. In the end, it will go out for a Box Hill throw-in. Played up the touchline. Paraki played into the midfield. Not a lot of room in there. Van Doren. She comes under pressure from Lawson and is dispossessed. Goff was pointing, wanted a ball in behind, didn't get it. Instead it came to Martineau. Sakalis. Sakalis now advancing. Back to Lawson. But Lawson has wandered into an offside position. So, midfield battle developing here at Lakeside. Rachel Jarvis getting in action early. Battling up against Sakalis and Martineau in there. Paraki seeing a lot of it early for Box Hill. As is Van Doren on that defensive left flank. Jarvis, pressures Sakalis. Plays it to Martineau. Johnson tries to sneak a ball in for the on-running Martineau, but it's picked out. Cheel. That one is played over the top by Johnson. Intended for Lawson, but it's going to run heavy and run out of bounds for a goal kick. So he'll get us going again, but that one's going to get picked out by Papagiannis. Her touch does let her down a little bit, and Pickett comes away with it. She played it back, intended for Zekas. Zekas puts it out of bounds. Ball in the hands of Amy Medwin on that attack in left flank for South Melbourne. South Melbourne fan in fine voice early on in this one. As we approach the 10-minute mark, remains goalless. And aside from perhaps that one ball in towards the near post that was just unable to be turned in by Johnson, not a lot of clear chances in these opening exchanges. South perhaps shading the possession battle in the territory, but Box Hill threatening on occasion in transition. Papagiannis comes under pressure from two, does well to get it out. Flicked on well there by Martineau for Lawson. Lawson gives chase, coming under pressure from Van Doren. The second challenge comes in and forces it out for a goal kick. So Box Hill defending in numbers. Didn't work the first time, but it did work with repeated efforts. Now, Olivia Ellis will come short and offer an option for Erin Hudson. See Box Hill spreading out the pitch, and it eventually does go to Ellis. Josefsky trying to turn it around the corner. Touch doesn't quite come off, however. Lawson will get us re-going, throwing it in over the top of Johnson. Johnson's one-on-one if she can shoot. Great defending there at the ends. That was Paige Pinson getting back, last line of defence. Johnson was waiting for the ball to fall perfectly for the half volley. Pinson said, "Oh, no, you don't." And the score remains South Melbourne 0, Box Hill 0. Shield advancing into the midfield, looking for options. Plays it to Martineau. That one's giving Medwin a lot of work to do, but she's collected it. Medwin, left-footed cross in. Lawson at the back post, heads it back in, and then it's turned in for the opening goal of the game by Sophia Sakalis. Lawson keep putting it back into the danger area with the header, and then Sakalis on the spot to turn it in. Great awareness from both players, and South Melbourne take the lead early on in this one. It's been coming, you might feel, putting together a decent series of chances, mostly down the right, admittedly, but then they break down the left flank. Ball is put in and dispatched on the second time of asking. So here at Lakeside Stadium, the score now is South Melbourne 1, Box Hill 0. And now a chance for South to come again and get another one quickly. Or Pythagoras to respond with a sucker punch of their own very quickly. That goal arriving in the 13th minute for South Melbourne. Box Hill now trying to get it down the right flank. Well done there from Candilas. She'll get it in, but unfortunately nobody's waiting in there to put a final flourishing touch on it. And it's collected by Barbieri. Drop kick out. Ellis will collect. Ellis was perhaps looking for territory there or trying to sucker Lawson in, whichever of the two. It works. Van Doren gets us going again. Carlos, the goal scorer. Good touch to Amaya. Amaya puts her foot on the ball, opens up the angle and then finds Lawson. And then Lawson will play the ball across the face, looking for the run of Goff, but it's picked out. And Van Doren just gets it out of there. Only as far, however, as Medwin. She'll play it back into the danger area, but nobody in particular. And Van Doren will just watch it be claimed by Erin Hudson. Hudson boots it long over the top of South's defensive 4-3-3. And that ball will sail over the top of Rachel Jarvis's head. And it will be a South Melbourne throw-in taken by Lawson. And then she'll get a second go at it. It's the middle for Sakalis. Can she turn? Instead she plays it back to Amaya, and then Amaya plays the way she's facing to Lucy Johnson. And then Lucy Johnson was thinking about maybe across the cat golf at the back post, but come off the wrong part of her boot. And it gives the ball girl something to chase as it rolls onto the athletic tracks behind the discus and shot put areas here at Lakeside Stadium. And we'll just reawait the delivery that is now forthcoming to get us restarted. Once again, Box Hill spreading the play out. Players all over the pitch. Hudson boots it up the left flank. Goff tried to get a touch, couldn't. Candilas plays it back in, and it's going to come back in to Erin Hudson. So, as Hudson throws it out Onto the left now for Van Doren. Not much luck on the left, however, as South will collect now. Shield. Papatsianis can't keep it in, was under pressure from Paraki. And now Maddie Van Doren. What could she do with it? Ball in her hands. Now, very similar position, but it's now Papatsianis with the ball. Lawson tries to use her body to turn Van Doren, and she's going to do so. Lawson is breaking through. She's got Sakalis and Goff in the middle. Instead goes it alone. Lawson down at the feet, saved by Hudson. Side-footed effort trying to pass the ball beyond the Box Hill keeper, but was up to the challenge was Erin Hudson. And that will be a free kick for the visitors. And referee Jasmine Steger just telling everybody to calm down. Olivia Ellis. She'll play it back to Hudson. Souths immediately apply the press. Now Doran tries a cheeky little back heel to get it past Lawson. Lawson not having any of it, but Box Hill will retain possession. Josefsky battling away with it, trying to get it to Van Doren, but Van Doren's subsequent effort is picked out by Amaya. Medwin. Look at Lawson, but Lawson's not going to be able to keep that one in. So, as we mentioned, another game in action today, Heidelberg United versus Bayside United out at Olympic Village. And spoiler alert, cover your ears if you were planning on watching that one after this one, but it's just gone half an hour in the battle between the Burgers and Bayside, and the score is Heidelberg United 2, Bayside 0. So the Burgers starting strongly in their quest to keep pressure on the top top four, but not looking so good if you are a fan of Bayside wanting that first win of the season. But here in Lakeside, it's South Melbourne coming again. Lawson, she's seeing the ball a lot as of late. Goff makes a run, which is ignored. Instead, Lawson trying to find perhaps Medwin or Sakalis, doesn't find either in the end. Candilis was applying the pressure, but cleaning up at the back was Hronopoulos. Now Medwin chasing it down. Can she keep it in? She will. Comes under pressure from Zekas. Goes to Goff. Goff whips the ball into the middle. Lawson is at the back post, but Lawson can't control it. Just bounces off the midsection and is collected by Erin Hudson. So approaching the 20-minute mark here at Lakeside. Score remains 1-0. And the ball will remain in the hands of Box Hill United. As we see the substitutions bench of South Melbourne spring to life for the first time. Mariam Anvari, Julia Budiongo, Zoe Haratsis, Caitlin Pickett, and Freya Croker on the bench for South Melbourne. Elena Fotopoulos, Renee Sofronidis, Simone Vass, Jade Rosenberg, and Kelsey Quinn on the bench for Box Hill as Ellis boots this one forward. It's going to be coming back for a handball. Indeed it is. Heard the cries of handball go up from the Pythagoras players and duly answered by the referee. So Box Hill getting bodies forward. Barbieri trying to marshal her defence. The ball is just dinked over the top, and in the end, rather comfortable collection for Barbieri. Now Maya trying to spring south forward quickly, however, Zekas gets in the way of it. Ball intended for Goff. Don't want to allow Goff into open space. Probably one of, if not the quickest players in the entire Victorian, well, not only WNPL, but in the state leagues and below as well. She can absolutely fly when she gets going. It's on the opposite flank that now, though, as Lawson can't control it. Can Papazianis keep it in? She does. Johnson running across the field with the ball. Plays it to Medwin out on the left. Goff wandered into an offside position, however. And Box Hill survived to fight another day. Goff will keep that in. Can she find a teammate in the middle? They're arriving now. Ball is whipped in over the top, but it's headed clear by Box Hill. Chance for maybe now in transition. Instead it comes back to Lawson. And Doran is going with her. Forces her inside. Sakalis. She loses the ball. Paraki's got a bit of space to work in, perhaps. She's going to be dispossessed. Done well has Sophie Papazianis. Real one-on-one battles emerging all over the park in this one as we approach the 24th minute. Shield gets rid of another pressure from Keat. And now this is a turnover. Can Box Hill break quickly? No, they can't. It'll be turned over. Another chance perhaps. Van Doren advancing up. She's got Paraki on her left. Uses her. Marine Paraki cuts inside. Whips the ball in. Nobody there. South Melbourne come away. Amaya to Goff. Zekas attempting to apply pressure. Goff loses her for speed. Whips it Lee and Lawson. 2-0. Joanna Zekas, she tried to go with Kat Goff, couldn't. Goff turns on the afterburners, gets into space, whips the ball in. And Joanna Lawson has South Melbourne second. And just past the halfway point of the opening stanza here at South Melbourne, the hosts, they get their second goal. 2-goal cushion. South Melbourne 2, Box Hill 0. It's Carlos with the first, Lawson with the second. And now the mountain to climb for Box Hill grows just that little bit bigger. Jarvis plays it back to Pinson, and then she'll play it up onto the second right flank. South collect, but that's well defended there. Olivia Ellis, she's kept going, continuing to battle, and eventually wins her side a free kick. Came off the hand of Sophie Papazianis, I believe. And Ellis walks back to her position in the back four as her teammates move forward. Paige Pinson will look up and try to find a teammate. Josefsky is lurking up there, so is Keat. Pickett heads it forward, but Barbieri is there to collect for South Melbourne. She played out to Johnson, coming under pressure from Jarvis. Loses Jarvis. And then he's fouled. He's trying to do something to dig here on Laura Pickett, but Pickett was having none of it. Johnson Paraki applies the pressure and forces the turnover. Good defending from Irene Paraki. Ellis, that's a good ball over the top for Paraki. She comes under pressure from Cheel and then will play the ball forward. However, Keat can't get there. Papatsianis will eventually marshal the ball over the goal line for a goal kick. Chronopoulos. A lot of players around the ball. Eventually it's going to come out to Goff, and then she's just going to try to turn on the Jets once again. It's going to work because she's going to play another ball into Lawson, but this time Erin Hudson, well aware of the danger, having been stung just a few minutes ago, comes out to collect, and then perhaps trying to take advantage of Lawson's goal hungriness, plays it out quickly to Van Doren. Paraki coming under pressure from Amaya, loses her. Cuts inside. Papatsianis goes with her. Keat had the run of Josefsky if she was able to lose Cheel, but she was unable to, and Cheel comes away with it. Amaya playing the ball over the top. Lawson gives chase. Goff trying to get there in the middle. Can Lawson find her? Lawson will send it in, but Goff, fresh airs and at the crucial moment, was one-on-one, wide open. On the film review, we'll probably recognise she should have done better with that one. But Box Hill with a layoff. Should be 3-0, but it isn't. And now they can come again and perhaps get that sucker punch and bring it back. But first they'll have to dispossess Johnson. Chronopoulos plays it forward to Goff. She tries to slide a ball through the lines for Lawson, but it's picked out. Paraki trying to boot the ball forward for an on-rushing teammate. It's blocked away. Picked out by Jarvis. Still with Jarvis, looking up, looking for teammates, looking for options. Plays it up the touchline. Foot race is on. Keat was battling for it, but Chronopoulos, able to play the way she's facing, just puts it out. Now a chance for Box Hill to get forward in numbers. Maddie Van Doren. Can she find a teammate? Josefskis makes the run and gets rewarded. Back to Van Doren. Played into the middle. But South boot it clear. Pinson. Looking for Van Doren. Picked out by Lawson. Pinson again. Josefsky to Van Doren. Van Doren over the top. And that's come through, but before Georgia Candelas could get there, Barbieri, aware of the danger, the veteran nous of Barbieri, sniffing it out and snuffing out the danger. This Barbieri, one of a number of South Melbourne players with W League experience in this side. Started a number of games for Melbourne City towards the tail end of their 2020-21 W League campaign following an injury to first choice Tegan Micah. Natalie Martineau won a W League title with Melbourne Victory this season. Sophia Sakalis was signed to Melbourne City but didn't play due to injury. Now this is a turnover and a chance. Keat, she seized upon it. Had Barbieri scrambling initially. South fan remains in strong voice. As their side gets us going once again. Strong challenge in there between Ellis and Sakalis. Sakalis wins it, but then it's picked out by Paige Pinson. Jarvis. Jarvis perhaps expecting Irene Paraki to run a different way. So it's a turnover. So just over half an hour gone. Score is now South Melbourne 2, Box Hill 0. Van Doren plays it forward for Paraki. Amaya comes away with it, and then we'll play it in front of Kat Goff. And now Kat Goff is behind the defence. She can turn inside. She's got Lawson in support. She doesn't use Lawson. It's going to be a corner, however. Erin Hudson did well. Out quickly to close down the angle. Prevent the shot from finding that bottom corner that it was intended for. And Goff denied again after having that golden opportunity that she just couldn't connect with minutes ago. Perhaps now, however, a chance to win a corner. Well, they've won the corner, I apologise. A chance to win a header from the corner. Played short. Johnson slices off her boot, however. So no winning a corner off that one. No winning a header off that one. And it's going to be a goal kick. Keep confusing my corners for my headers. Hudson looking for Van Doren. Flicks around the corners. Well, she'll get it back. Josefsky. Dispossessed by Amaya. Josefsky battling well, and it's enabled Bulleen Box Hill to come away with it. Van Doren. As it forward, Keat trying to flick it on. South intercept. Amaya. Papatsianis. Johnson. Lawson was trying to time her run there. Has she done so? No, she has not, as the flag comes up. She was coiled almost like a sprinter there. Just trying to prevent herself from stepping forward in behind the Box Hill defence too early, but unable to do so as Box Hill step up at the crucial moment and put Joanna Lawson, the second goal scorer, into an offside position. And give Olivia Ellis a chance to find a teammate in her opposition's half. Plays it along the turf for Paraki. And Doran does keep it in, but that's going to enable South to force a turnover. Now Johnson plays a ball in behind the defence. Hudson in two minds. Goff's gone around her. Can she get a shot on target? She's a left footer, and it's on her right, so she's forced to cut back inside. Defence is coming, and then Goff, the cross is to nobody in particular. Lawson was giving us some space to operate in. And the score remains 2-0. Jarvis trying to bustle her way forward, but she does win her side of throw-in. Throw-in, looking for Josefsky. Amaya, another ball in behind, but that's going to be collected by Hudson with a bit of time to spare, relatively. But Georgia Candilis can't get there before Amy Medwin. Keat. That did well there, Keat. Trying to flick a ball around the corner for Georgia Candilis, but Candilis unable to just stay on side by a relatively slim margin. And the ball now will fall to South Melbourne. Cheel came under pressure from the run of Olivia Ellis. New turns it around the corner, more hopeful than anything else. Van Doren gets there, plays it back to Hudson. Lawson was coming, so she just boots it long. Van Doren. Now Maya for South. Martin directing traffic, and she gets it back from Johnson, and then ball played over the top for Lawson. Does she have support in the middle? Eventually it comes in the form of Goff. Trying to play it in, spills out. Sakalis was arriving, cleared away by Box Hill. Kept in there by Natalie Martineau. Papatsianis turned well by Amaya. Losing Josefsky, and then a long shot comes in from Johnson, takes a deflection, which enables it to become a relatively simple collection for Erin Hudson. That one is just booted into space. A battle for Candilis and Medwin. Eventually Hieronopoulos, the centre back, coming over in support. It's going to be a free kick going the other way, so chance for Box Hill. With just about 8 minutes of regulation time to go, plus injury time. Would love to drag one back, would Coach Jorge Leon's side. Well, he's played into the middle. Shield tries to clear it away. Eventually it's booted forth once again by Papatsianis. Tempted to be played back in by Zekas. Oh, but then collected. That did not look like it was fun, but danger not cleared. Paraki was trying to play it in, looking for Keat. Gone out for a corner kick. Joanna Zekas still showing the after effects of collecting a rather sternly hit ball right in the bread maker. Hands on head, indeed. Suck it in the big ones. Corner is played short, opening up the angle, and delivered in towards the far post. Keat can't rise. Over the top of Amaya, who gives chase. Battles with Jarvis, and wins her side. A throw in. Flicked around the corner from Sakalis. Johnson can't collect before it's picked out by Van Doren. Richard Jarvis again. Ball in dispute. Josefsky. Lawson for South. To Johnson, to Martineau. Anyone's making a run on the left flank. The ball is played in that direction. Georgia Candilis on the defensive now against Medwin. Medwin inside. Ball through for Martineau. She's trying to get around Ellis, but Ellis with the sliding challenge. Gives away the corner kick, but doesn't concede a dangerous cross. So, on points, probably a win for the Box Hill defender. Scarlett ambling over to take it. And an interesting setup here from South Melbourne. Pretty much only two players actually inside the penalty area at this point, and Lawson and Goff are on the very edge. Absolutely nobody near the 6-yard box or the goalkeeper. Now the runs come. Played in towards the middle. Goff rises, can't get there. Box Hill clear it away. Now a chance perhaps in transition. A lot of South bodies forward if Pythagoras can get out quickly. Paraki. Marshalled well by Papatsianis, and that's going to be turned over. Johnson getting in front of the ball intended for Rachel Jarvis, but her resulting pass intended for Lawson is heavy and out for a Box Hill throw-in. Have been just one or two occasions, though, in this opening stanza where Box Hill have been able to break, and if they'd been able to matriculate the ball out with just a bit more of pace, would have been a lot of problems for South to deal with. Perhaps something to build on as we approach the second stanza. Goff, as the scoreboard undergoes some sort of technical difficulty here at Lakeside. Goff plays the ball in, looking for Johnson. Header will flash wide of the goals. Hudson probably had it covered, watching it all the way. I don't know, mayhaps Johnson can claim that she was distracted by the scoreboard sputtering into that also familiar and also dreaded blue screen. Played short up the middle for Jarvis. She'll go back to Hudson. Hudson's going to have to hustle to keep this one in, which he just does and just boots the ball forward. Zekas can't keep it in. And now Medwin into the middle for Amaya. Johnson was looking for Medwin, but her pass is behind her advancing left back. So instead it's going to be a Box Hill throw-in. Keep applying the pressure. Shield. And eventually on Barbieri as she boots it long. Lawson flicks it over the top. Johnson's not going to get there. There's Olivia Ellis, the captain, just watches it roll over the line. Van Doren steals a few metres and then throws it back in. Josefsky can't win it. Keep pressuring Horonopoulos. Sakalis plays the ball in behind, but Cat Golf is not going to be able to keep that one in. Pressure from Johnson forces the sliding Hudson to just put the ball into touch. Right into the mass of bodies that was over there in the warming up from the South Melbourne bench. Van Doren turns, boots the ball towards the right flank. Josefsky plays it to Keat, but Keat is bustled off the ball by Medwin, and now Medwin will advance. Ball in behind the lines. Goff's defender has slipped, so she's got an open cross, but it's picked out well by Olivia Ellis, and then Erin Hudson coming in to claim it once and for all. Then boot the ball out for Irene Paraki on the left flank. Papatsianis coming in to challenge her and win the throw-in. It's been a real battle between those two, Papatsianis and Paraki in the first half. And we've just about gone 45 here at Lakeside Stadium. Grey afternoon, had some rain before. And we'll see what the fourth official indicates will be the added time at the end of this opening stanza with the score South Melbourne 2, Box Hill 0. Keat trying to get forward. Horonopoulos is there, however, to defend strongly. Keat not giving up, wants a second bite of the cherry, which she'll get. Pickett. Paraki trying to turn. Played out, but Paraki retains possession, looking for a teammate. She'll eventually leave it for Van Doren. So the left back got a few options in front of her. And she looks for Paraki. Papatsianis is aware, plays it back centrally for Cheel. Pickett just watches her and forces Cheel to go across to her left to Barbieri. Sakalis. Good control from Sakalis as she turns. She's got Lawson on the right flank, who she'll use. Lawson controls it. Van Doren coming across to apply the pressure. Lawson gets around her and then whips the ball in, but that's going to be far, far too close to Erin Hudson to amount to anything for South Melbourne, as Hudson claims. And there will just be one additional minute here at Lakeside Stadium. So the 2 goals to account for, but other than that, not a lot of stoppages in this one. So a relatively quick and painless 60 seconds to get us to the half here. Or at least both sides will be hoping it is quick and painless for them. Perhaps a chance to get some late cooking for South if they can move forward quickly. And Dory getting forward from her position at left back. South trying to get the ball out to Lawson there. It was Olivia Ellis in support, but Box Hill doing well to get rid of the danger. Paraki. Keat was in an offside position, so instead she looks further afield for Candilas, but South pick it out. And then that ball over the top. Lawson herself was getting back from an offside position, so in no state to chase that one down, and that will probably see us to half-time, I imagine. Once Hudson boots this ball clear, can't see us going much longer. Whistle to the lips, and that will be half-time. So an interesting battle here in the opening 45 minutes. South heading to the dressing room with a 2-0 lead, thanks to goals from Sophia Sakalis and Jana Lawson. Probably could have had a few more if they had their shooting boots on. Probably will be disappointed, to be honest, not to have had a few more. But Box Hill had a few chances of their own in transition, getting forward, just looking for that final magical touch or that pass to slice open a defence and really get something going. But certainly not out of this one at only 2 goals down, but should be an interesting second stanza on the NPL Victoria YouTube page or the NPLW Victoria Facebook page. You'll have the countdown clock for company throughout the second stanza, but be sure to join us in about 15 minutes' time here from Lakeside Stadium. So welcome back to Lakeside Stadium for round 5 of the NPLW Victoria season. South Melbourne playing host to Box Hill United. The hosts up 2-0 at the main break as we see both sides coming out. Martineau leading her side out onto the field. Olivia Ellis bringing her side together in the opposite half into a huddle. If you are just joining us, it was goals to Sophia Sakalis and Joanna Lawson that gave Hellas their first half lead in a half that they largely controlled. Box Hill a few chances in transition, but South Melbourne probably good value for at least 3, maybe 4, maybe even more goals with the amount of chances that they were able to create, especially when they were getting out down the right and the left flanks and then whipping balls back into the middle of the field. We'll be the hosts that kick us off in this one. Lucy Johnson standing over the ball with Sophia Sakalis. Martineau to their immediate right, and then Goff and Lawson on the flanks. Progress score from the other game taking place today, Bayside versus Heidelberg at Olympic Village. So see that attempt at a sort of like a set-piece move from South Melbourne, not quite come to fruition there. Progress score from Olympic Village, so cover your ears if you want to watch that one later. Last check it was Heidelberg United 3, Bayside 0. So the Burgers adding another one since we last checked in on that contest. Johnson collects after that ball intended for Martineau was picked out. Lawson, ball into the middle, looking for Goff, punched away by Hudson. Ball will fall out to Candilas. Dispossessed by Sakalis. Medwin. Martineau. Amaya. Shield. Across to Lawson. Papatsianis in support. She's able to ghost round Zekas. Ball into the middle, can't quite finish. Can Goff get the follow-up? Not quite. Sakalis there with the opening chance, just couldn't get there. And then Goff trying to get in, unable with such an acute angle to turn it in. And Box Hill live to fight another day on this grey afternoon here in somewhat inner Melbourne. Or it's definitely inner Melbourne in comparison to a lot of the other NPL grounds around the city. Here at gorgeous Lakeside at Albert Park. Glorious Melbourne in the background as Lawson tries to whip a ball in. Sakalis is lurking. Will come out. Goff, play the way she's facing. Was looking for Medwin. Is booted clear by Josefsky. Now a chance for Hellas to get something going deep on their attack in left flank. Medwin. Little touch to bring him further inside, but then just booted clear by Olivia Ellis. Will be Sakalis getting set to deliver in this set piece from the left flank. Put in an in-swinger with that right boot of hers. Medwin provides the short option, is ignored. Well, is whipped in towards the top of the 6-yard box. Danger not cleared. Martineau lurking, but claimed in the end by Erin Hudson. Ball played forward. Candilas. Georgia Candilas battling against Amaya. Plays it back. Well, she's going to come out to Pickett. Back to Candilas. Played forward for Keat. Over Horonopoulos, as she has done on a number of occasions today, just getting across with the crucial intervention at just the right moment. South now able to get players back and defend. Ball in the hands of Maddie Van Doren. So Van Doren was playing left back in the first half. Now she has switched over to right back, so she remains on the broadcast side. That means that Zekas, who was playing right back in the first half, remains on the opposite side, the city side of the pitch at left back. Pinson. She'll play it out to the left flank, picked out by South. No, can't collect, and now it's a chance for Box Hill to get forward. Keat. She was intended that ball for Candilis, but it's just goes behind her, and now South can perhaps break. Medwin. And Doran applies the pressure, and Jarvis gets in there. Ball is played back for Pinson. Jarvis. Jarvis looking inside. Is forced to eventually go back to Ellis. Across to Zekas. Plays a little 1-2. Ball will go out to Parecki to battle for. She can't get there. Cheel. Back to Barbieri. Goff. Medwin now. Bit of space in front of her. She has the pace. Gage is in the foot race. Eventually Paige Pinson gets across. Medwin, however, keeps going. Trying to marshal the bouncing ball. Pinson uses that opportunity to get back and recover and just put the ball into touch. Now dangerous areas for Box Hill. South with the ball in their hands, deep on the attacking left flank. Throw in by Goff is headed straight back, and she'll just watch the ball go over the line. Goff sends it back in. Johnson can't collect. No. Lawson, can she keep it in? She can. Let's come over all the way onto the left flank as Lawson goes around one, goes around two. It's the cut back on. She's cutting inside to the top of the area. Maya, first time effort, off the post. Back into play. Sakalis. Sakalis has the brace. Great looking football from South Melbourne. Joanna Lawson went round one, went round two, back to the top of the area. Amaya looking for a goal on debut, clashes off the post. But who's there waiting for it? Sophia Sakalis. Her shot, Hudson got a touch to it, couldn't keep it out, however. And the score here now at Lakeside Stadium, South Melbourne 3, Box Hill 0, one they probably deserve. And don't the fans like that one? You could probably hear them just coming over the microphone in the background. The drums are beating, as it looks like South Melbourne well on their way to securing their 4th win of the season and moving on to 12 points from a possible 15. A strong start to the season from the 2017 NPLW Victoria champions. Medwin now. Can South Melbourne make it a 4th? They've got just under 40 minutes to do it. Martineau playing across to the middle. However, it's going to get picked out by Pickett. Swear I didn't intend for that. Amaya. Her pass. Zeka's trying to come away with it and burst forward, but it's going to snake through behind her to Lawson. She'll bring it back inside. Real battle for possession in the middle. Lawson across to Medwin. Medwin trying to get on the left boot, cuts it back. Players slipping and sliding, allows Box Hill to clear. Keat just nods it on. Renopoulos coming under pressure now. She'll be forced to go all the way back to Barbieri, who's got time. Barbieri, plenty of time in fact, and she'll just look up now and South can come again. Renopoulos plays it across to Cheel. Johnson trying to turn around the corner. Ellis just goes through her fairly, however. It's good defending. Now Keat. Cheel. Box Hill attacker applying the pressure. Forces her to go back to Barbieri, and she goes long. Zekas gets in there. Josefsky. All was threatening there to come out. Georgia Candilis was making a run. However, in doing so, she had to get back into an onside position, and that prevented her from chasing that one properly. Goff under pressure from Van Doren. Martineau plays a ball into space for the speedy Goff to chase. She's going to get there with plenty of space. Goff, left-footed ball in. Cleared away by Box Hill again. And Doran boots the ball up the field. Keat. Big collision there, and eventually it's going to come free kick to Cheel, who takes it quickly. Sakalis. Lawson. Zekas giving chase. Lawson gets round her. Has players arriving in the middle. But Sakalis, did she get a touch? If she did, it was just the faintest of ones. And the ball goes out. And in the end, it has in fact last come off Box Hill, so it will be a corner kick. So a chance for Sakalis to perhaps make amends and curl some in-swinging corner onto the head or boot of a teammate to make it 4-0 here in the 55th minute of this one. As the light begins to fade in Albert Park, headed back in, Hudson collects. Ball is booted forward. Keat something to chase. Veronopolis is there. Keat was coming. She's been bundled over. Referee waves it away. Chiara Veronopoulos wins that battle again, however. Erin Keat has stayed down, so Barbieri's going to put this one into touch. Chance for the Box Hill striker to collect herself. Josefsky coming over to just check on her teammate. Josefsky 2 goals on the season. Keat 1. Candilis also has 2 for Box Hill. Elena Fotopoulos, who's on the bench today, has 1. And Irene Paraki on the left flank also has 1. Now we'll get going as Van Doren just gives the ball back to South. So, as you were. So yeah, movement from both benches, however. So perhaps some substitutions to come soon. Zekas plays the ball forward. Amaya sends it back. Parecki can't win the ball. Cheel. Across to Medwin. Does well to keep it in. And the pressure comes in from Georgia Candilis. And Medwin just does enough to win her side a throw-in. Bit of a healthy shove there. Referee perhaps looking for the advantage. Eventually pulls it up. Rachel Jarvis just walking over to Lucy Johnson to register her disapproval of that action. No card produced, so it's just going to be the free kick here. It's going to be Paige Pinson that gets us restarted. She's going to just slide a ball forward. Keat. Nobody able to retain clean possession. Candilis, she has her effort blocked away. Goff trying to face upfield. Can she get round Jarvis? She can, but in keeping it in, she loses possession. Sakalis coming in to dispossess Candilis. Medwin. Christopher Anopoulos. Babatsianis plays it back to Barbieri. Amaya twisting and turning under pressure from Josefsky. Johnson turning upfield. Something for Joanna Lawson to chase down. She's going to get there with plenty of space and time. Goff is in the middle, played across. It's going to beat them. Sakalis couldn't bend her run to meet it either. Rachel Jarvis boots the ball upfield. Shield collects. Sakalis. Shield plays it over on the left flank to Medwin. Medwin had wandered into an offside position from her slot at left back. So approaching the hour mark here at Lakeside Stadium. Score is 3-0. Sakalis opening the scoring in the first half. Jonah Lawson adding the second goal. And then here in the second stanza, Sakalis finishing off a great team move by South Melbourne with a close range effort to make it 2-0. Candilas did her best to keep that in, unable to do so. Carlos. Trying to find a teammate, but it's going to get picked out. Josefsky, she's through. Can she finish? She can. Bottom left corner. Josefsky gets one back for Box Hill, breaking quickly, forcing the turnover in the midfield. Box Hill getting out, getting in behind. And Barbieri, no chance as that ball is deposited oh so sweetly into the bottom left corner of the net. Just on the hour mark. Just as we were maybe thinking that Box Hill were maybe seeing this game slip from their fingers, a faint glimmer of hope emerges once again. They get on the score sheet. South Melbourne 3, Box Hill 1. Deficit is reduced to 2. And there you can see already Box Hill's tails are up and they have half an hour to try to erase this 2-goal deficit. It's Carlos. Plays through for Lawson. Can South restore the deficit to 3 immediately? Lawson is through, but it's just a strong save by Hudson. Coming out, getting down, cutting off the angle, preventing the shot and putting it out for a corner kick. Have seen Box Hill Stage 1 come from behind win this season. Their only win coming back in round 1 against Bayside. Sakalis trying to drive inside, can't do so. Of course, Box Hill have been on the wrong side of a come from behind win from a 2-0 deficit. Round 2, 6-2 lost to Heidelberg. They were up 2-0 at one point, but then Heidelberg storming back. Wise for Heidelberg with 4 goals in the final 15 minutes. Johnson turns and shoots, but Hudson had that one scouted all the way. See action on the South Melbourne bench. Looks like it will be Zoe Haratzis will be coming on, but now Kat Goff in behind the defence. Hudson's out strongly again. Erin Hudson, a number of crucial interventions here in the past few minutes. Did it in the first half as well. And now Candilas coming forward for Box Hill. She'll be dispossessed, however. Was Renopoulos getting back, but Box Hill can come again. Josefsky playing that ball up the touch line, just unable to find her teammate. And will we perhaps now see the substitution being made? Looks like it will be Haratzis and Caitlin Pickett coming on as a double substitution for South Melbourne. Believe that's the number 8 of Sophia Sakalis on the board, getting set to come off. Sakalis having to make do with a brace, it appears, in this one. Ball in behind, looking for Goff. She collects, boots the ball forward, giving herself something to chase. Van Doren, however, very much up to the task. However, Goff equally up to the task of winning the ball back, but her pass is subsequently picked out by Olivia Ellis. Amaya now. Martineau. Goff. Surely that's coming back for offside. It will. Lucy Johnson, the Tasmanian, just unable to time her run, and the flag goes up for offside. We will see those changes being made now. So it looks like it will be Chiara Chronopoulos joining Sophia Sakalis in exiting the pitch, replaced by Zoe Haratzis and Caitlin Pickett. So a change at centre-back for the hosts. As we see Johnson dropping down into the midfield and Pickett moving up to the tip of South Melbourne's spear. Candelas trying to turn it around the corner for Jarvis. Can't do so. Medwood. Johnson. Lawson was pointing at where she wanted the ball. Instead, the ball was intended for Caitlin Pickett. Jarvis plays it back. However, South Melbourne's press comes through strongly, but Martineau challenged by Paige Pinson. Papatsianis gets the ball forward, collected by Johnson, and then she'll just send it back to Barbieri, playing the way she's facing. Cheel. Martineau. Back to Cheel. Jonna Lawson, she's just coiled like a spring, just every time South get the ball, just wanting something delivered in behind the defence for her to run onto. Frustrated on that occasion as Zekas puts the ball out of bounds. Amaya retains possession well. Pass intended for Goff, cut out by Van Doren. Gets a second go at it, does Amaya. Strong turn, puts a defender on the turf. It was Laura Pickett, she deposited it onto the grass. And then the long effort comes in, just over the bar. Speculative in the ends. Although it did give Erin Hudson a few things to think about before she watches it find the roof of her net for a goal kick. Lights here at Lakeside Stadium definitely needed as brightness fades and the grey clouds come in overhead. Medwood on the left flank. Controls it. Cuts inside. Now that ball has come in. Can Johnson get there before Hudson? Hudson again with the intervention at the right moment. Over Amaya now. Out to Lawson on the right flank. Former Alamein flyer now with South Melbourne looking for the byline, but Olivia Ellis knew that's exactly what she wanted, and she's getting across to put the ball out for a South Melbourne throw-in, deep on their attacking right flank here. 68th minute of play. Score is South Melbourne 3, Box Hill 1. Ellis clears again. No nonsense defending from Olivia Ellis. Goal kick for the visitors. And we'll once again see them look to spread play out. Pythagoras players occupying every area of their own half, forcing South's defenders to go with them. And Hudson boots this ball out onto the left flank. It's going to come down to Amaya. Caitlin Pickett for Lawson now. Johnson's waiting in the middle, but that cross deflected away for a corner kick. Also gives the poor ball kid quite a heck of a journey to fetch that one. As it falls into that little steeplechase abode on the athletics track here at Lakeside. Placement ball delivered, however. A chance for South to add a fourth from a set piece. Medwin nods it on. Was Lawson arriving, but her header sails very high over the bar. Didn't just make the contact she would have wanted off the head. A chance for Box Hill to once again spread it out and get us going. See Hudson there, as she's entitled to do so from a goal kick, right in the middle, so she can find any teammate she wants. And on this occasion, it's Pickett, Laura Pickett, that she's found. Over South again, defensive pressure has been good in these past few minutes, forcing a turnover. It's their Pickett, Caitlin Pickett, that gets it out to the right flank. Lawson. To Johnson. Amaya. Little outside of the boot effort, trying to get it through to Goff. Picked out. Candilis has some space to operate in. Has Keat in front of her. Instead, she's going to play a ball out for Parecki to run onto. Irene Parecki has some time and support. Looking for the byline. Over in there, she's just going to get hustled in her attempt to get to the byline. Good defending from South Melbourne as they force the goal kick. And so we've talked about it now. Chances in transition, they are there for Box Hill. The goal arrived from one. Another opportunity there, breaking through. South on top, but it's not an insurmountable deficit. Especially with Erin Hudson playing the way she has been. She has shipped 3, but another goalkeeper would have shipped a lot more. Jarvis trying to force her way through. South collect. Amaya plays it back to Cheel. Lawson turning inside. Martineau. She'll look up, splay a ball out onto the right flank, headed back. Amaya. Johnson flicks it on. Van Doren collects for Box Hill. Goff applying the pressure. Keat does well to win the loose ball. Goff getting back, winning it off her. Can she keep it in? In the end, she just tries to boot it upfields. Gains 1 or 2 metres before it comes out, and Jorge Leon for Box Hill. Coach trying to keep it in. Keat wins a free kick here. Dangerous area for Box Hill to get numbers forward. Olivia Ellis jogging over to take it. Box Hill getting players into the danger area. Josefsky is in there. Keith is in there. Pickett lurking there at the back of the pack. Only the tallest player out there for Box Hill. Here's Laura Pickett. Can Ellis pick out one of them? Ball is whipped in towards the end. She looks like she was going herself in the end, but Barbieri able to watch it all the way. And now Lawson has a lot of open space in front of her, and she also has teammates in front of her. Caitlin Pickett running onto the ball. Can the speedy Cat Goff arrive there and give her an option in the middle as Pickett gets towards the byline? Cut back. Nobody arriving there. Ellis, no nonsense. Once again, just gets it out of there. Lawson content to watch it go out of bounds and give the ball kids another one to chase. Chill, Martineau in the middle. Back to Chill. Well, eventually she'll have to chase it down first, which he does so. It's time to turn. Martineau flicks it on. Ball intended there for Caitlin Pickett, but picked out by Box Hill. Laura Pickett now. Pickett's everywhere. Candilis. Josefsky. Amaya steals the ball away. Cheel now bursting forward, looking for teammates. Ball intended for Lawson. Going to get picked out there by Ellis. Paraki. Ball in behind the defence for Keat to chase, but Barbieri will gladly watch it all the way into her gloves, the oh-so-experienced gloves of Melissa Barbieri. Drop kick out to Lawson. Cheel, all the time in the world to look up and find Johnson in the middle of the park. And she'll play it around the corner. Dinked over the top. Martineau giving chase. Martineau. She got 1 goal this season. Dinky little chip. Couldn't quite get the direction on that one. Looking for a 2nd goal on the season, Martineau. Probably, you would have to say, with just over 15 minutes left, put this game to bed had she found the back of the net. But the South captain just unable to. Of course, she scored earlier in the season. First game back against Calder United, and then unfortunately ran straight into the goal post in the immediate aftermath. So, if we can get more goals, but without the risk of injury from Martineau, that would be great. Josefsky flicking it round the corner for Keat. South intervene. Ball is played forward, but Martineau was in an offside position, which I think she knew. Just didn't want to faff around with the pleasantries, so she just killed the ball and accepted the sanction. Cheel back into the middle, and then Haratzis just boots it clear. The second half substitute, Zoe Haratzis. And we will see Box Hill making 2 changes now. Here's Renee Sofronidis coming on, and Simone Vass. Placing Georgia Candilas. Looks like Paraki is jogging over as well. So 2 attacking changes. Vass and Sofronidis moving forward. New flankers on either side of Keat. That ball intended for Laura Pickett, blocked away. Foot race is on again. Ellis does well to use her body to shield it, play it back to Erin Hudson. Forced to go again, does well again. Laura Pickett. Cheeky little back heel, sent back by Lawson, but it's to an offside Martineau. Frustration there on the face of the Canadian. Former LSU Tiger at one point, and of course, W League champion. Edward. Barbieri now, across to Cheel. So South taking their time now. They've got the lead, of course. They don't need to hurry too much. Can do so at their discretion. Amaya drop back into cover. Johnson back to Haratzis, and then Haratzis was looking for Goff. Thus, can't win it in one of her first touches on the field for Box Hill, and flag goes up again. It's Caitlin Pickett trying to run it down for South Melbourne, just in an offside position. Pretty clear what South Melbourne are trying to do, so trying to use the speed that they've got out there. Jonah Lawson, now Caitlin Pickett and Kat Goff, eager to attempt to get in behind and punish this Box Hill defence to the tune of a few more goals. Johnson to Martineau. She'll look up and give Lawson something to chase. Zeka's well aware of it and intervening, and Box Hill clear. Cheel, Meyer, turns. Josefsky applies the pressure and forces her to go back to Cheel. Ball sliced through, intended for Pickett. Jarvis intervenes. Josefsky just can't control that one. Vass applying the pressure now to Medwin. Amaya. Her attempted ball through there for Goff, just picked out. And Doran. Ellis. Hudson. Hold the ball, give Box Hill a chance to get into the shape that they want. Olivia Ellis. That one's not going to be how they drew it up, and it's going to be a South Melbourne throw-in on their attacking right flank with just over 10 minutes of regulation football here to be played at Lakeside Stadium. Ball is whipped in. Catherine Goff. Great hold-up play and layoff there. Amaya bursting through. Amaya open goal if she's got the angle. Hudson coming back, cut back, blocked away from Box Hill. Danger is not dispersed though. Goff plays it back into the middle. Jarvis can't clear. Keat getting back, just boots the ball high. Looking for touch, but it's going to stay in. Vass. Over the top of Martineau, but Amaya is now there for South Melbourne. Van Doren and Goff battling. Medwin getting involved as well. This is Jarvis. Pickett. Martineau. Across to Johnson. Papatsianis goes back to collect. Took a slight deflection on her way to her. Cheel. Ball intended for Lawson, but it's going to find the touchline. So now the reprieve comes for Box Hill as we see them getting set to make another substitution. Helena Fotopoulos entering the field of battle. And it will be Joanna Zekas making her way off on the opposite flank. She just looked for the nearest touchline, and we also see rare goalkeeping substitution being made by South Melbourne. Melissa Barbieri coming off. She looks like she's stretching a bit, so maybe she's picked up a bit of cramp. South Melbourne, look, looking at her coming off, she is limping quite heavily, in fact, is Melissa Barbieri. And Box Hill want to get us going already. They tried to throw the ball in. And a chance for Freya Crocker to get, well, at least 8 and a bit minutes of action, plus whatever the fourth official indicates remains. As we see Barbieri pick up the bib and make her way over to the bench. And let's just hope that it is just a bit of cramp and nothing too serious for Barbieri. But now Goff, can she get to this ball? No, she can't. Van Doren. Given a stiff test has Van Doren coming up against the speed of Goff, but no slouch herself. Here's Maddie Van Doren. Medwin trying to dance around one challenge. Can't dance around Van Doren's second. Actually, she plays it to Goff. Ball looking for the top of the area. Johnson was lurking. Medwin falls over as she makes contact with the ball. Ended up collecting Paige Pinson as well. Pickett playing the ball forward now. Ball forward to nobody in particular, however, as Amaya collects. Vass applying a bit of pressure. Medwin. Ball over the top. Is Caitlin Pickett onside? She is. She looks up for teammates in the middle. Coming under pressure, she plays it across to Goff, and then Goff, you could see what she was doing. She was looking for the touchline and then the cutback, but her touch to take her towards the line, just a bit heavy. Goes out for a goal kick, and Erin Hudson jogging over to get us restarted. So just ticking over now into the 84th minute of play here at Lakeside. Score remains South Melbourne 3, Box Hill 1. South Melbourne trying to box it back in. Forced to Laura Pickett. Fotopoulos trying to get across and win the ball. Amaya in there as well, and it's going to be a Box Hill throw-in. So South Melbourne next week, they will travel to Heidelberg as we see Substitution, another substitution being made for South Melbourne, and it is Natalie Martineau coming off, being replaced by Mariam Anvari. Round of applause for the much-loved figure at South Melbourne, Martineau. And the South Melbourne junior, Mariam Anvari, getting a taste of the action here in the last 6-odd minutes of play. So as I was saying, South Melbourne, their next game is away against Heidelberg. And they've got visits to Lakeside from Alamein and Bulleen, and then a trip to Calder, and then another visit from FSV Emerging. South looking to avoid the 5-1, the 5-goal loss they suffered in that one. It wasn't 5-1. Sorry to FSV Emerging, it was actually 5-0. Box Hill, next week they will travel to Knox, take on Alamein, and they host Calder and Bayside. And they'll travel to face Heidelberg and host Bulleen. And now Anvari, a chance now. Can she make it 4? Put the game to bed. She's going to go down in the edge of the area. And she was fouled. Referee coming over, but indicating that just millimetres outside the penalty area. Mariam Anvari impinged there. And now it's always difficult ones with these. If anything, if you're a free kick taker, occasionally you just want it a bit further back, so you got a bit more room to operate in and maybe dink it over or bend it around the assembled wall. And we're going to make a referee, Jasmine Steger, show them exactly where she wants them to stand. Lucy Johnson standing over the ball for South Melbourne. She scored a few long-range pearlers this season. I think it's hard to call this one long range if she gets it in. What will she do? Lucy Johnson. Well, you could see the idea. Maybe just the chip, the dink over the top, have it fly over the heads of the assembled Box Hill wall and then die in midair and fall back down, but just misjudging it and giving the ball kid a lot of work to do in chasing that one down at the city end of the ground. Goff has a bit of space to operate in. Can she find a teammate in the middle? Ball is played across. Pickett was lurking. Important intervention coming in there from the Box Hill defence. Both Ellis and Pinson were in there applying the pressure to second half substitute Caitlin Pickett. South do, however, have a corner. So danger not cleared as we tick over to just under 3.5 minutes here at Lakeside Stadium of regulation remaining. Ball is swung in. Player goes down in the area. Anvari was rising to meet it. It was Lawson that fell over. No foul, however. And Anvari's subsequent header. Not the tallest player in the world, Anvari. Wouldn't be expecting to win many headers from set pieces. And on that occasion, the rare time she gets one, just unable to direct it in on goal. Nonetheless, her side retain their 3-1 advantage in this one as we see South getting set to make another substitution, and it will be Kat Goff departing and being replaced by Julia Budiongo. So a chance perhaps for Budiongo to put this game to bed if she can get that fourth one. Conversely, of course, if Box Hill were to somehow make this 3-2, would make for a very hot-in-mouth final few minutes of this one. Hudson boots it long, nodded on by Pickett. Josefsky giving chase. Tried to flick on, now Keat. Josefsky goes to the turf. Wasn't fouled, however, just lost her footing. Croker, first touch for her, boots it long, was looking for Pickett. If you are just joining us, perhaps from one of the other games around the state, Croker coming on to replace what looked like to be an injured Barbieri. Jarvis loops the ball forward. Haratzis tried to head it clear, but it's going to eventually fall to the feet of Ellis. She's still going, Olivia Ellis. She's dispossessed now. Josefsky trying to win it. Amaya getting in there. Looks like she's going to go a full 90 minutes in her South Melbourne debut is Amaya. Budiongo lays it off. Ball over the top now. Something for Caitlin Pickett to chase down. Budiongo in the middle. Anvari there as well. Cut back inside. Johnson. Lunson effort from range. Was always rising. And another goal kick for Box Hill. South certainly had their chances to put this game to bed quite a while ago. Combination of some heroic defending, particularly from Olivia Ellis and Paige Pinson, and some strong goalkeeper from Erin Hudson, and just what must be said, just a bit of poor shooting from South Melbourne as well, keeping Box Hill in this game. Ball's going to beat everybody. Keat still working hard. Applied the pressure there. Maybe she'll get another chance now as Box Hill try to bring the ball forward again. Laura Pickett. Intercepted by Amaya. Goes round one. Then looping a ball over the top for Pickett. Caitlin Pickett. Budiongo now giving chase. Oh, Hudson spilt it, but she gets there on the second attempt. After all the praise we'd given Hudson in this second half especially, would have been a real shame if that had been the way the fourth goal had arrived. As we now tick over, the full 90 has been completed. 3 minutes of added time here to be seen out at Lakeside Stadium. 2 goal deficit still stands. South Melbourne 3, Box Hill 1. Medwin now. Budiongo, she's onside, but Paige Pinson, aware of the danger, plays it back to Hudson. Van Doren, try to get it forward under significant pressure. Richard Jarvis there as well. Anvari dances around the challenge from Laura Pickett. Blocked away. Laura Pickett now in possession. Players battling for it everywhere. Sofronides just wasn't able to collect for Box Hill there. Anvari, ball over the top for Lawson. She is onside. Ball whipped in. Headed clear before it can get to Budiongo. One was perhaps intended for Vass. Was picked out by Medwin. Amaya. Anvari trying to turn. Paige Pinson. Good tackle. Josefsky. Pickett plays it forward. Keat lays it off. Josefsky has continued to run forward. Something to chase. He's got one already. Not going to get that one before Croker collects the ball. Cheel. Across to Haratzis. Yeah, Keat still applying the pressure. She's been sprinting and running hard all day. She's still going. Ellis plays it forward as well. She's been strong for Box Hill as well, despite the 3-1 margin. Medwin can't keep it in. And she gets back in time to chest it out, does Amy Medwin. Lenny Van Doren throws it back in and it's going to go out, but this time for South Melbourne throw-in, just over the top of Simone Vass's head. So that will be full time here at Lakeside Stadium. South Melbourne get their 4th win of the season, consign Box Hill to their 4th defeat of the 2021 campaign. They took a 2-0 lead into the sheds at halftime thanks to goals from Sophia Sakalis and Jana Lawson. They added a third through Sakalis in the second half. Josefsky getting one back for the visitors. Had their chances in transition, but were largely forced onto the back foot for much of the game, were Box Hill. In the end, despite some strong performances from the likes of Olivia Ellis and goalkeeper Erin Hudson, unable to overturn the deficit. Deserved win for Box Hill. They will remain in the finals race, keep up the pressure on FV Emerging and Calder United above them as they look ahead to their visit to Heidelberg next week. But here for Female Football Week, thank you for joining us for round 5 of the NPLW Victoria season from wherever you are watching around the world on the NPLW Facebook page or the NPL Victoria YouTube page. From Lakeside Stadium, I've been Joey Lynch for now. Goodbye.